But I just realized we're a little heavy here. We need to get rid of some ballast here on this Transall C160. We can quickly do that. Like that. Yes. Yes, can you see this VBL vehicle being dropped out of our Transall C160? Indeed. Yes, everybody. Today it is finally time for me to make a video on it. Yes, everybody. The very loved Transall C160 by Acer Poly. It was released over half a year ago already, this very plane for the flight simulator. But it is alive as ever, as it's been recently updated. For example, the dropping thing we just did. Something we've never seen before in the Microsoft Flight Simulator. Overall, this plane for around 30 euros, depending on where you buy it. For example, it's also here on the sim market. It's very much loved for its incredible realism. Let's maybe get inside. Perhaps with a livery from, the Luftwaffe. You know, the C160. An add-on with which you very much can travel back in time. I mean, this plane first flew in the 1960s. It's relatively old. Introduced 1967. It's already been retired from most of its uses. For example, Germany retired it in 2021, France did in 2022, South Africa did in 1997 already. Only the Turkish Air Force seems to use this plane. Only 200 been built. Truly, the developers of Acer Poly made a very interesting choice here, developing this plane and making this plane pretty good. I mean, maybe they could have been a little bit more commercially successful if they were to go for making a C-130, for example, a plane that's been built 100,000 times more than the Transall. But that is fine. It may be time to fly this German-French plane. We can already take a look at the inside of the cargo bay, which is part of the unique features of the C160 now. We can load things up. For example, a tank, or a VBL, or a VEB. Maybe that one. What did I say? VEB? That makes no sense. Like that. You can see this plane going up or down depending on the weight. You can lower the fuselage. Right? Does that do that? And yes, we've got a proper tank vehicle inside of our airplane. We can lower the fuselage. Indeed. This is definitely things that we've not ever seen before in the Microsoft Flight Simulator. Yeah, check this out. Plane's nicely lowering. We can fill this plane up to the brim. I mean, we're already kind of heavy, but we can add a few pallets, something like that. Yes. Now, we don't have a loading animation, but we can load this thing up all the way. We're already at 53 tons. Before we take off, we shall take a look at the cockpit, which is very old. Obviously, a 1960s plane. This is definitely super old. Pretty outdated, you can almost see. I mean, some of the instruments have been, replaced by primary flight displays. But check that out. This is a very classic airplane. We've got a co-pilot here, maybe a navigator. Something like that. This screen also works. We're looking at a plane that's incredibly realistic, maybe a little bit too realistic. So check this out. Something you rarely see is, the intercom being simulated. Fully! What? The intercom module. All right, let's take a look inside. All right, here's our tank. Here's probably the only switches we can't actually move. This is absolutely beautiful. On our Transall C160. It might be time to take this airplane for a spin indeed. Let's get all those doors closed. Yeah, let's get that fuselage up again here. Nice stuff. This plane is ready for takeoff. Is there 2 landing gear switches? There's 2 landing gear switches? That's very quirky. All right, let's get everything ready here. We maybe be able to check the air. Yes, of course, the window also open. I think we're, wasting times on minute details. This is a very quirky airplane. Let's get going. The thing that doesn't work is the primary flight display now, which kind of worries me. But that doesn't matter. We're on board a plane that can do anything you want to do with it. Let's get going. We've got a lot of beautiful dust here coming from this propellers, and it might be time to take off now. We're incredibly overloaded. We are incredibly overloaded. This plane is not happy at all, but that is just fine. Despite being 2 tons over maximum, maximum takeoff weight, we're able to beautifully fly. Actually, this works quite well. The Transall C160 is flying indeed. And it's nice. They've made this plane nice. Check out how, there's even a few bumps in there. That's cool. Very good modeling. And the 2 landing gears come up. It's strange. Are they like synchronized? I don't know what the Germans and the French did with this airplane designing it. Like, how little trust would you have in proper flight crew? Perfect. Our heads-up display shows that we're, the heads-up display actually kind of works. We are very fast. Yes, this is a fast plane. Beautiful turboprop. We might try to see if we can land this relatively heavily Transall C160. The C160 is a partly French airplane, and so we're going to land it at the French place of Courchevel. And it stops really quickly mid-air. Check out how beautifully they designed these speed brakes here. We've got multiple levels of speed brakes. This is the quickest stopping airplane I've ever seen. Let's get those down. The flaps are down to 60 degrees. 60 degrees! That I've honestly never seen before in the Microsoft Flight Simulator as well. I don't think there's any other plane that can do that. So it's time to get this beautiful overweight airplane landed. All right. Beautiful. Oh, Lord. It's going to be hard. This plane sure can land on a carrier as well, so I don't worry about this. All right, there we go. We're stopping in literally 0 time. Yes, you can see a little bit of browning out happening. Yes, that was an incredibly quick stop despite I was having a lot of things loaded in. This is shock. Wow, so utilitarian that despite us being incredibly heavy, this plane doesn't worry at all. Another important use case for a lot of Transalls as well is Medivac. Here we've got Bottle Air, Swiss Medivac. This is great. This won't definitely overload the airplane. Let me try to see if we can start up this airplane, which I honestly have no idea. This is the problem when the French and the German come together. All right, APU. I think it's started. This is a very complicated airplane. Why would you make an APU panel like right here? Like it's just not like you need it all the time. But there you go. I think that's a green light we just saw. Let's see if we can turn on the fuel pump. It's hard. I couldn't even find the battery on this airplane. All right, come on, fuel pump. All right, let's get those engines started. Come on, come on, come on. Yes, yes. That engine is turning on. It is actually working now. All right, after a few little tweaks here in this cockpit, which is on a layout that I've never seen before, we've been able to actually start this plane. There's this horrible noise in the background the whole time. All right, are those engines start? Oh, come on, you can do it. You can do it nicely. Come on, I'm gonna give it the best of luck. All right, there we go. Let's give it a little more condition. There you go, like that. These engines are actually turning on. Yes, very, very quirky airplane, very quirky cockpit. All right, let's make those generators happy. There's a few goofy things that this plane can do. For example, it has a horn. There's generally a horn. Or doors signal mode. Red, green. But I think we should run the horn the whole time. What else? Something I can't get behind is this right here. The central neon. Rescue. Fallback. Central neon. Cool. I have no idea what all this is. But let's maybe go ahead and maybe start flying this plane too. Let's get those doors closed here. Ram closing. Yeah, like that. So that we're able to take off just fine here in a jiff on this Medivac airplane. After all, we've got a sick person on board. Kind of like that. Come on, let's go full power. This is another French island, St. Bartholomew. Let's go. Do it. All right, perfect. All right, there you go. What a short takeoff this was, even though there's a door still open. This plane truly is amazing and can fly anywhere. I was wondering though, I mean, comment on it. We need to give it some loading. For that, maybe gone on to a longer runway. Might be time to really load up the airplane. For example, I mean, we can add people to it. That could be fun. Hello there. Hello. I mean, this thing could load up to 88 troopers that could jump out of the airplane, but if you get too close, they'll disappear. Bye-bye. No, honestly, let's get some tanks. What's like the heaviest thing they have? VAB thing. Pallet 1, pallet 2, very good. This thing is loaded up to the brim, but we need some fuel. Right? Let's fuel it up to the brim, as heavy as this flight simulator will let us do. Methanol refill. Methanol? Yes, this plane could inject methanol into its engines, making them even stronger. Let's inject methanol into both turboprops. That's so cool. I just found out they had this. Yes, this is kind of like adding turbo mode. We're 66,000 kilos. We really need that methanol. All right, this way we're able to take off pretty much anywhere. All right, and we're giving a lot of damn thrust. We're right now on our Turkish Air Force C160, the only Air Force that still use this plane for their military transport, and we are reaching speed really quickly at 100%. It is amazing. That's what we're talking about. We need a little bit more longer runway, that is for sure. But there we go. Despite being incredibly overweight with this airplane, why are we at flap 60? We're able to gain speed, gain flight incredibly quickly. Let me get past the mountain here as well. Nice, nice. We're fast. We're really fast. Come on, go fast. We need go a little faster. We're gonna. All right, great. And in case of attack, we can even deploy some flares as well, which is beautiful. Please do that. We're now getting attacked by a missile. Yeah, the missile is not going to reach us with that flares. That's kind of nice. If you're looking for an incredibly realistic cargo plane where you can even remove the seats or the armrest, The Azure Poly C160 definitely is a really cool airplane. So really thank you guys so much for watching today's video, and I'll see you guys tomorrow as always. Good night. Now thank you very much to my highly supporting members like Jamie Ashton, Mike C, James DeRam, Ragings, Met RLG, Matt Fan Z, Moritz, Bellhausen, Knots Enthusiast, Shadow, New York, Ryland Williams, Kelly Chaos, John O'Brien, and I'm addicted to Airbus A380s. Thank you.